countless, murdered and tortured men, women and children. And the jungle has reclaimed their homes. This was the National Library. Almost as a symbol, the Khmer Rouge converted it into a pigsty and burned its books and archives. From year zero, all past knowledge was illegal.
And here is one of the more grotesque ironies of it all. The Khmer Rouge banned all forms of money, and yet they had printed millions of these brand new banknotes. And just before the Vietnamese drove into the city last year, the Khmer Rouge blew up the National Bank, and the monsoon rains carried all this money through the city. And today, a city that has nothing is literally running with money, all of it worthless. Monsieur Bama, as representative of UNICEF, you have seen the situation here in Cambodia. How many people are threatened by famine, by starvation, do you think?
The government has requested help for 2,250,000 people.
Who are threatened by famine?
Yes.
By hunger.
This is the dimension of the problem. Let me tell you something. On the 18th of July, I did go to Kampong Speu, and I visited the hospital. In one of the very poor barracks with practically nothing, there was already 54 children dying. One of them was sitting in the corner of the room with swollen legs because he was starving. He did not have the strength to look at me or to anybody. He was just waiting to die. 10 days later, 4 of these children were dead. And I will always remember that, saying I did not do anything for these children because we had nothing.
At the beginning of July, the Cambodian government handed a request for 100,000 tons of rice and medical supplies to the International Red Cross and UNICEF. Here in the town of Kampong Speu, these 4 scoops of rice are all that these people will get for 1 month. And this food comes from another impoverished country, Vietnam. Up to the middle of October, the International Red Cross and UNICEF had sent 200 tons of relief, which effectively is nothing. This is Cambodia's human hemorrhage. The road people, hungry, sick, dislocated. They crowd the roads trying to find their way home to villages, many of which were razed to the ground by the Khmer Rouge. Every family I met had lost at least 6 members, killed or starved. The Khmer Rouge drew up a constitution for their new democratic Cambodia. Article 20 of the constitution said that any Cambodian had the right to worship according to any religion, and Cambodians had the right not to worship according to any religion. But any religion that was wrong and detrimental to Cambodia was absolutely forbidden. That's what Chairman Mao, whose teachings the Khmer Rouge followed to their most barbaric extremes, might have called a contradiction. Most Cambodians are Buddhists,
And Buddhism inspires the gentle, the passive, and venerates harmony with other human beings in their land and not mastery over them. The Khmer Rouge set out to wipe out this tradition almost overnight. They murdered monks and all those found at prayer. They sacked pagodas, and of course they turned the same venom against all other religions. Where I am standing was a magnificent 19th century Roman Catholic cathedral, and this is what is left.
It seems that Pol Pot imagined himself as an heir to the empire of Angkor Wat, whose kings ruled from these temples in the 10th century. In Khmer Rouge ideology, communism was seldom mentioned. Instead, there was the Angkar, or organization, which demanded slavery in an agrarian society without towns or machines. The Chinese backed Pol Pot and his delusions of being another Mao Zedong. They saw Cambodia as a rice bowl and a future colony, as it already appears on some Chinese maps. In this rare Khmer Rouge film, we see people as slaves. Even the word sleep was banned. From year zero, only rest could be used. People lived in barracks without walls. Families were split up. Husbands and wives could meet only once a month. A young boy smiled at me while we worked, a girl told me, and he was killed.
During the rainy season and during the dry season, all days and all night we have to go up about 3 o'clock or
3 o'clock in the morning?
Yes, 3 o'clock in the morning and work it until 11 o'clock.
11 at night?
Yeah.
And what kind of food did they give you?
Food, only boiled rices and sometimes with salt.
What happened to your family during the 4 years?
My sister with her husband and 6 children were killed. My brother, my older brother, one younger brother, and 2 brother-in-laws were killed.
And this is where some of them died. A high school that became an Asian Auschwitz. Like the Nazis, the Khmer Rouge photographed their victims when they were brought to the camp and as they were being tortured and hanged, drowned, disemboweled and electrocuted. In this camp alone, 12,000 people died like that.
Article 1975 to 76. He killed every day 10 to 50 men. Every day. 77 to 78. He killed 100 to 150 men a day.
Mr. Peck, what did they do to you here?
He stick to my head.
They hit you on the
head. To my head. There's 50 bar of the stick, the wood.
They hit your head 50 times.
50 times.
50
times.
With a piece of wood.
But one piece of wood,
yes.
Big like that.
What other things did they do to you?
I ate my hand. My hand, he fixed my hand by the vice.